It is the story of Sophia Harper, who finally find out true self-worth is not defined by external achievements or others' perceptions, but by the love, kindness, and resilience you carry within. Sophia lived in the bustling city of Everfield, a place full of bright lights and endless noise. Her life seemed perfect to anyone looking from the outside. A high-powered job, a sleek apartment, and a social media feed full of polished photos. But deep down, Sophia felt empty, like something vital was missing. Her struggle wasn't just about appearance, it was the nagging feeling that she wasn't enough. At work, in friendships, or even in her hobbies. She compared herself constantly, not just to people's filtered faces online, but to their successes, their lifestyles, their perfect-seeming lives. One Friday evening, after another long and draining week, Sophia collapsed on her couch. Her phone buzzed relentlessly. Vacation photos, engagement announcements, work promotions. She stared at the screen until her chest felt tight with anxiety. Tossing the phone aside, she buried her face in her hands and let the weight of her emotions overwhelm her. The next morning, Sophia met her best friend, Ethan, at their favorite coffee shop. Ethan, with his wild curls and carefree attitude, always seemed so grounded. He handed her a coffee and studied her with a concerned look. "You seem off," he said gently. Sophia hesitated before responding. "I don't know, Ethan. I feel like I'm not good enough. No matter how much I do, it never feels like it's enough." Ethan leaned back in his chair, thinking. "Soph, you're measuring yourself by the wrong standards. You're so focused on what the world expects that you've forgotten to ask yourself what you want." Sophia frowned. "What does that even mean?" With a knowing smile, Ethan reached into his bag and pulled out a small round mirror with a wooden frame. "This was my grandmother's. She called it the mirror of truth. She always said it doesn't show you what others see, it shows you what you need to see." Sophia raised an eyebrow. "Ethan, it's just a mirror." "Maybe," he said with a shrug, "but why not give it a try?" That evening, Sophia sat on her bed with the mirror in her lap. She felt silly, but curiosity got the better of her. She held it up and looked at her reflection. At first, all she saw was the usual, tired eyes, messy hair, and the stress lines that seemed deeper than before. She sighed and was about to put the mirror down when something shifted. It wasn't just her face she saw anymore, it was moments from her life. She saw herself comforting a coworker who was going through a tough time. She saw the patient way she helped her elderly neighbor carry groceries up the stairs. She saw herself laughing with her niece during a visit, her joy genuine and unfiltered. The scenes kept coming. She saw herself staying late at work, not because she had to, but because she wanted to do her best. She saw the quiet strength she had shown during difficult days. Tears welled up in her eyes as she realized something important. Her worth wasn't in her achievements or the image she projected. It was in her kindness, her perseverance, and the love she gave to others, even when she struggled to give it to herself. The next day, Sophia started making small changes. She put away her phone during meals and spent more time journaling her thoughts and feelings. She set boundaries at work, saying no to things that drained her energy unnecessarily. She also reconnected with hobbies she had left behind: painting, playing the piano, and taking long walks in the park. These small acts of self-care reminded her that life wasn't about proving herself to anyone. It was about finding joy in the things that made her heart feel full. Months later, Sophia met Ethan at the same coffee shop and handed him the mirror. "Thank you," she said, her smile brighter than he had seen in years. "You figured it out, didn't you?" he asked with a grin. She nodded. "I realized it's not about chasing perfection or what others think. It's about seeing the good in myself, the way I care, the way I try, the way I grow. That's what matters." Ethan seemed happy for her. For the first time in a long time, she felt whole. Not because her life was perfect, but because she had finally learned to love herself as she was. Moral of the story: true self-worth is not defined by external achievements or others' perceptions, but by the love, kindness, and resilience you carry within. When you stop comparing yourself to others and start embracing your unique journey, you'll discover the beauty of being authentically you.